So this is the ellipse. These are some details for the ellipse and parabola and hyperbola. So red colored portion is this is an ellipse here, and this is one parabola, and this is an hyperbola. So hyperbola has two sections. We are going to construct only one, so no problem. So in an ellipse, we need to know several things. One is focus, vertex, major axis, minor axis, and then directrix. So we'll see one by one. We'll move to the ellipse first. So for the case of ellipse, so what are the applications of ellipse? So where all have you seen an ellipse? So ellipse should be used as used in a product. So try to tell me a product which is using an ellipse. எலிப்டிக்கல் ஷேப்ல நீங்க டே டு டே லைஃப்ல பாக்குற விஷயங்கள் சொல்லுங்க. That is, what are the things you have seen in an elliptical shape?
It is used in cricket grounds and football grounds.
Okay, so why it is so? Sir, exactly right, sir. But why it is so? You can have a square ground. You can have a square thing, right? Football ground, for example, it can be a square or it can be a rectangle. But why we have it as an elliptical way?
Sir, that I don't know, sir. Sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry of, sir. You need to be knowing that. So you people need to ask lots of questions, sir. So why? I will try to suggest here, like, so if I am going to sit in a square, that is, sit in a square or rectangle. If I'm going to sit exactly at one corner of a rectangle, the distance, for example, I will construct here. So will try to bear with my diagram, like I'm not able to use this board here. So if I'm going to sit somewhere here, okay, and we have a player over here, or the area to be played is over here. So this distance is larger, and if I'm going to sit here, this distance is smaller. This play area is always not same. It can be varying. So the distance will be having very short, and it will be having very large distance as well. But in the case of ellipse, the distance traveled, like, for if I'm going to have an ellipse like this, the play area will be over here, and this play area will be always within this focus. We will always construct that your play area will be coming inside your focus. So the distance the people are sitting from the elliptical will be in a very smaller range. For example, so at a corner, I'm going to see my player at 5 meters, and I'm going to have again at a distance of 500 meters. So it may vary from this. But in the case of ellipse, it will vary at a very smaller range, that is 10 meter to 200 meter. So this is fine when compared to this one. So that is why we are trying to have all the things as a elliptical manner. So that is one reason. That is actually a good example. We will move to the next application, sir. Can we suggest some other applications? So where you have seen an elliptical product, sir? Where you have seen elliptical product?
Solar system.
Yes, your solar system. The orbit is a elliptical orbit. Okay, that elliptical orbit is achieved due to the gravity forces. It is due to the gravity forces. It is trying to pull, and it is trying to push your corresponding planets or a corresponding satellite. Have you seen a reflector in your torchlight, or reflector in your vehicle? Headlight of a vehicle, the bulb will be placed in one silver kind of foil things, right?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or no? Yes.
Yes.
The shape of the reflector will be an ellipse. Why so is again the same. Your focus of the light should be at a certain point. So we are going to have as an ellipse. If you are going to have as a parabola or hyperbola, it is not going to focus at a point. It is going to spread the light. Okay. Your what to say, like dish, we have your dish services. So this panel will be based on this your parabola. So what happens is it is trying to gather as much as amount of radiations, and it is trying to focus to a corresponding point. So similar to that, your light is a reflector is used as an uh, a elliptical manner. Then have you heard of whisper galleries?
No, sir.
So it is like a gallery wherein if some people speaks anywhere around the gallery will be heard anywhere. But at two certain points, at the first point, if someone speaks, exactly that will be heard in the second point. Okay, it is not to be what to say, like it is not to be loud and all. It can be a very minute vibration also. That vibration will be exactly transferred to the second point, and it is not transferred to the other points. So this is actually a whisper gallery, and these are made using your elliptical things. One is whispering gallery. The lithotripsy treatments are this one here, the bottom mentioned here. So we are trying to remove kidney stones, or we are trying to reduce the size of the kidney stones by this. So what I'm trying to do is the focus of the elliptical manner. Okay, so that will be exactly at the stone, the kidney stone. So that due to treatment, due to the what is it, application of the radiations, that stone will be reduced in size, or it is burnt exactly. So that is actually lithotripsy treatments, and that is again using the focus. So we have elliptical trainers. Elliptical trainers, your treadmill. Yes, your treadmill is again horizontal, and elliptical trainers are not horizontal. It will be a curved profile, so that the forces exerted on the knee will be even, smooth. It is not going to vary. So treadmill will have higher impact on your knees when compared to elliptical trainers. And elliptical reflectors, as we know, your the silver colored foil in the light. And elliptical gears are used for transmitting power and planetary orbits, as we know. So these are some of the applications of an ellipse. So we are not really know that is an ellipse, but we are trying to use unknowingly. So these are some of the applications of an ellipse, and we will move to definition for an ellipse. So ellipse can be defined as a plane curve surrounding two focal points, such that for all points on the curve, the sum of the two distances to the focal points is a constant. So as we know, elliptical, when I'm going to cut the plane through two generators, we'll be getting an ellipse, and these are the terminologies in your ellipse. We have two focuses, F1 and F2. Vertex is the point where it meets your major axis. So this point is your vertex. So this is your major axis, and this is your minor axis. Your on major axis, the profile or the path exactly passing through the major axis will be the vertex. So vertex, focus, directrix, and major axis, minor axis. So these are things you need to know about ellipse, and this is the definition for an ellipse. So I will try to explain this definition in the second again. So it is a plane curve surrounding two focal points, such that all points on the curve, the sum of the two distance of the focal point is a constant. So we have an ellipse here, and we know that this is on major axis, and we will be having two focuses for an ellipse. Ellipse will be having two focuses. You need to have in mind. All the other curves, hyperbola or parabola, will be having only one focus, and for an ellipse you will be having two focuses. So I'm going to construct one line from focus to the corresponding point, and this line is of length x1 and y1. So okay, so I have a point P1. So I'm going to take a point here, and I'm going to draw lines from two focuses. Okay, so this is actually P1. So this is the point 1. So what I'm trying to move is like I'm going to draw one more line of length x2 and y2. Then we have P2. So again I'm going to move this point to this location. So this is 1, this is 2. Let us have 1 and 2 here. So this is the point P. Point P now moved here. So I'm going to draw lines through focuses to the point P. So this is 3 and this is 4. So this ratio will be same. That is 1 plus 2 will be equal to 3 plus 4. So this ratio will be same, and the points obtained by having this will be your ellipse. Or so can you able to understand, sir, what I said? So this is what is mentioned here. The sum of the two distances of the focal points is a constant. So sum of the two distances, that is 1 and 2, is a constant, or 3 and 4 is a constant. And again, you can go a number of points. Okay, you can construct an ellipse by one other way. Your circle, right? If you are going to construct a circle using a thread, how you will do, sir? Using a thread, how to construct a circle? Any idea?
By holding the one end of the thread in the center.
Yes, exactly. So what I'm trying to do is I'm going to hold the center of the thread here, and the other end of the thread I'm going to have the your pen or pencil, whatever it is. So I'm trying to move, right? So this point will form a circle, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, similar way. So for constructing an ellipse, what I can do is I am going to have two fixed points. So these are our focuses. So I'm going to have a thread. I'm going to have a thread or string attached to it, and I'm going to have the pen here, pen or pencil over here. Now I'm trying to move this point. Okay, so I'm trying to move this point over here. What will happen to the thread? Again, it will be moving this way. The length of the thread is not going to change anywhere, but the path traveled by the corresponding point will be forming an ellipse. Right? Sir, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So that is what we have discussed here. An ellipse is a plane curve surrounding two focal points such that for all points on the curve, the sum of the two distances to the focal point is a constant. Kindly make a note of this definition here, and if possible try to draw this also. And we have one more definition for the ellipse as well. So actually our construction of an ellipse can be by these ways. One is concentric circle method, rectangle method, oblong method, arcs of circle method, rhombus method, and basic locus method or eccentricity method. So make a note of these also. So we have 6 methods. We will be studying about 3 methods. One is your eccentricity method, and concentric circle method, and rectangle method. So these 3 things we are going to study. This eccentricity method will be used for both construction of like ellipse, parabola, and hyperbola. For ellipse, parabola, and hyperbola, we will be studying about eccentricity method. For ellipse, we will be studying about concentric circle method, rectangle method, and eccentricity method. But for parabola and hyperbola, we are going to study only eccentricity method. We are not going to follow any other method for parabola and hyperbola. So make note of these methods. One is concentric circle method, rectangle method, oblong method, arcs of circle method, rhombus method, and eccentricity method. Eccentricity method. So ellipse by definition, the other way is eccentricity. Your ellipse is a loci of points moving in a plane such that the ratio of its distances from a fixed point and a fixed line always remains constant. So we need to know fixed point is nothing but your focus, and fixed line is nothing but your directrix. So this ratio always remains constant. This is for ellipse or parabola or hyperbola. So all the things will be same. For all those, the ratio for its distances from a fixed point and a fixed line will be a constant. So eccentricity value, when E value is less than 1, it is an ellipse. So eccentricity value E is less than 1 will be an ellipse. E value greater than 1 will be an hyperbola. E value is equal to 1 is a parabola, and E value equal to 0 means it will be a circle. So all these curves can be defined in the same manner. It is a locus of points moving in a plane such that the ratio of its distances from a fixed point and a fixed line always remains constant. The ratio is called eccentricity. When the E value is less than 1, it is an ellipse. When E value is greater than 1, it is a hyperbola. When E value is equal to 1, it is a parabola. So these are the definitions for all the three curves. You can use it for all the three curves, but mention the value for E as less than 1 for ellipse, greater than 1 for hyperbola, and equal to 1 for a parabola. Right. So again, this is also defined by the same process. We have an ellipse, we have major axis, we have two focuses. One is F, and we have one thing called as a fixed line. So this is called as directrix, and point where your major axis meets the directrix is termed as E. You can have any notations, no issues. And as per the definition, your distances, so x1 and y1, this ratio will be same, x2 y2. Again, that this point is actually your vertex of an ellipse. Vertex is the point where your ellipse meets your major axis. So that is your vertex. Vertex is the extreme point of an major axis and an ellipse. Okay. So this is a constant. That is what previously defined. X1 and y2, x1 by y2, y1 is equal to constant, or x2 by y2 is equal to constant. That value is equal to E. That is an eccentricity ratio. We have it as Vf by Ve. So when this line moves to the vertex, your x will be over here, right? This will be x3 and this will be y3. So these lines, x2 and y2 line, if it moves through your vertex, will be getting x3 and y3. So this ratio is also again a constant. So that is Vf by Ve. In general, E we are going to use it as VF by VE. You please remember this. Without this, we cannot be able to solve problem using eccentricity method. Okay, try to have this in mind. E is the eccentricity ratio. So E is nothing but VF by VE, ratio of your distance from vertex to focus to vertex to directrix. So these two distances, this ratio of the distances is equal to E, that is always constant for all these curves, ellipse, parabola and hyperbola, and the ratio value will be less than 1 for an ellipse, equal to 1 for a parabola and greater than 1 for an hyperbola. So please remember this also.